Welcome to ClientConnect Google Sync. This will allow you to synchronize contacts and calendar appointments between your ClientConnect account and your Google Apps account. We're going to begin in your ClientConnect account. For login information, please refer to the Module 1 training video. From the home screen, we're going to look for your name at the upper right portion of the screen. When you click on that, you'll see some choices, the first of which is My Profile. Please select that choice. You'll be brought to the General Profile screen. Next, you're going to want to look for the button called Configuration. When you point at it, there are several choices. We're going to select number 4, Google Apps Configuration. From this screen, you'll want to fill out the form with your BHG home address, not your personal Gmail address, because a regular free Gmail address does not have the syncing capability that a Google Apps account has, which is what your BHG home address is. So put in your BHG home address and check the boxes to sync meetings and to sync contacts. Leave the conflict detection drop-down on Tribus. It makes sense for the Tribus data to override what's in the Google Apps account. And then check the 4 boxes underneath. Delete meetings from Tribus, delete meetings from Google, delete contacts from Tribus, delete contacts from Google. That's necessary so that if you delete an item in one system, you want the corresponding item to be deleted in the other system automatically. That way both systems have the same number of items, they line up perfectly, there's no disparity, no discrepancy. So fill out that form, check all the boxes, and click Save. And you should see configuration saved successfully and a prompt to connect to Google Apps and allow Tribus to access and edit your Google data. So click the green button below, Connect to Google. Now at this point, you are going to be prompted to accept the Tribus Google Apps integration, and it is important at this point to make sure you are in the correct Google Apps account. Now, you can do that by verifying the address in the upper right is indeed your BHG home address, because if it isn't, if it's a personal Gmail address that pops up, which is possible, it tends to default to whichever one you were using last, but you can click on that arrow and you can either sign out of the personal Gmail address and then sign into your BHG home, or there's a button called Add Account, which allows you to log into multiple Google accounts simultaneously. My recommendation is that you sign out of your personal account if that's what's showing at the upper right, and then repeat the steps from the beginning. Once you get to this screen where you're prompted to accept these 4 items and you can see that it's your BHG home address in the upper right, click the blue button to accept. And you should see the success message. Tribus is authorized to access and update data in your Google account. There's just one more step. What you're going to want to do is access your BHG home email at Google. And from the Mail screen, look on the left for the Mail item that is a drop-down, and that will allow you to go to your contacts. So you want to go to the contacts in your Google Apps account because you are going to set up a special group, and all the contacts in that special group are the ones that will sync up with your ClientConnect contacts list. So the way to do this, pick a contact or 2 or all. You just have to have 1 or more selected. Once you have 1 or more of your Google contacts selected, you are going to see a grouping button. It looks like this. It's meant to suggest a group of people. Click that button and look for the choice that says Create New. You are going to make a new group, and you are going to name that group Tribus, T-R-I-B-U-S, and click OK. You can see on the right now that the selected names are associated with the Tribus group. Note that Google Contacts can be associated with multiple groups, so you can pick and choose. People can be in one and others or all. The group requirement is necessary so that every contact in your contacts list doesn't get synced over to your ClientConnect, because you may not want that. So this is a way of controlling which contacts get synchronized. But now, appointments you put into your calendar under your Google Apps BHG Home account, as well as the names in your contact list that are in the Tribus group, will all synchronize over to your ClientConnect account. You'll have to give it a little while for it to begin, the initial effort, but those names will show up over at the contacts list, and vice versa. You can either add them directly into ClientConnect and they show up in the Google Contacts list, or you can do it the other way around. And that is how you synchronize. Thanks for watching.